Hey, welcome back, my earth signs, Taurus, Capricorn, and Virgo. By the way, we just now got into Taurus signs. So for all you Taurus, congratulations and happy birthday. Welcome back. We're doing the reading for the month of May. And we're going to start out with our oracle card, Moonology, for a message from Spirit about what is the energy coming in. We're going to do our 6-card placement spread, and then we're going to end with a message from Spirit. Okay, Spirit, what is the message that you have for our earth signs? Please remember, this is a collective reading. Believe in the impossible. Believe in the impossible. Oh, my apologies, it fell. That's what happens when Spirit really wants you to hear something, right? They just make things happen whether you like it or not. Believe in the impossible, and it's a blue moon. Blue moon. All right, put that right there. All right, let's move on to our house of relationships. Remember, this is about family, co-workers, interpersonal relations. It could be about your spouse, a potential spouse, your siblings, because this is a collective reading. You will hear the message and you will know how to apply it. Okay, the Ace of Swords. Okay. Isn't that beautiful? So swords are more about cognitive. They're about thinking. They're about rationale. They're about analysis. It's more of, when you meet people that are really cerebral and into their own heads, it's also a card of communication. That's important, because this is the ace. So in tarot, this kind of like the beginning, right? This is the number 1 card. You see it? And I love it because it has like the hand of Spirit, the universe, and the crown that sits on your head. So it's almost like Spirit is telling you, you need to start communicating. And the reason why I say that is because we're dealing with other people. This is an interpersonal house. So we're getting the house of the Ace of Swords. And Spirit is saying, hey, you know what? This is time for you to communicate. This is time to say what you got to say. This is the time that if you are in a strife with someone or you're having conflicts with someone, this is time to talk about it. This is time to get it off your chest. This is time to be open to dialogue, okay? And that is the message that I'm receiving from Spirit in this house with this particular card. Because this is collective, like I said, you're going to know how it applies to your particular situation. I'm also getting the message that for those of you who are starting to seek out a relationship or a new romance, now's the time. Now's the time to talk to that person that you are interested in. I'm getting that you already have someone that you like. I'm getting the message that there's somebody that you are attracted to, that you feel you want to get to know. And Spirit is saying now is the time to approach that person. You don't wait for them. Okay? Don't be like, oh, if he really likes me, he'll come talk to me. Please. You know what? Missed opportunity. You go and you talk to them. And you begin that conversation and see if this is something you want to pursue. Okay? Listen, when I see this hand of God, this hand from universe to Spirit, that's a pretty powerful message. And believe in the impossible. Let's talk about our resources, our house of resources. For those of you who are new to my channel, This is all about school, work, financial issues, material things. This is the concrete stuff that's in your life, okay? Because once again, collective reading, you will know how this card, the message and the energy of this card will apply to you in those situations. Okay, the Ace of Pentacles, but in reverse. All right, so let me tell you a little bit about this card. So this is like the Ace of Swords. I mean, how interesting that both aces came out, right? This is the beginning. This is, once again, the hand of God, the spirit, the universe is basically bringing this to your attention, giving you this gift of money, of new beginning, of new resources. However, because it is in reverse, it can also signify, and don't get startled when I say this, this can signify, am I saying that right today? It can signify money issues, the beginning of money challenges, of debt. It can also, if you're in school, it can signify maybe you haven't gotten your work in on time, or maybe your tuition is having some problems. If this pertains to your household, maybe resources are in the house. It could talk about food scarcities. It could talk about lack of housing. It's all those concrete issues, because it is the ace. It is the beginning of those issues. Once again, let's have a conversation about this. Tarot is about warning you. It is not a definite, what's the word that I'm looking for, aspect that's going to happen. It's not concrete. You have free will. Tarot just gives you the warning signs about what may happen. And it is up to you to prepare and to change. So if we're doing the month of May and we're like, hey, there might be some money issues beginning in the month of May, maybe the beginning of the month of May, I don't have enough to pay my rent. We still have a week. That means you still have time to prepare, okay? If you have to pay your tuition, this is giving you a week to get to the bursar's office to have a conversation about a payment plan. If you're having problems at the beginning of work, this might give you an opportunity to I might have some problems at work, whatever that might be. Let me have a conversation with my supervisor about this, just to let them know, okay? If you're having food shortages in the home, or you might be homeless, or this is a time to say, let me prepare and go talk to someone about, hey, where's some soup kitchens? Can you lend me some money? I can't stretch out my check till the end of the month. Those kind of things. This is to prepare you. So please, if just because you get a reverse, and which usually means money, loss, or resources, it doesn't mean to scare you, it just means prepare for that. It's interesting because we're talking about having these conversations, and this interpersonal card came. So like I said, for some of you who may need to have these conversations, this is the beginning of them. This is the beginning. You see how the two cards correlate to each other? Yeah. So I just pulled out, the next card is your challenges for the month of May. And as I was shuffling, we had a jumper. A jumper is a card it's a card in tarot that Spirit really wants you to hear and to look into. And the challenge was the Four of Wands. The Four of Wands is, and I really like it because it almost looks like, even though it's four wands, it reminds me of the maypole. You know how they have the maypole? And kind of looks like that. So challenges, these are things that, we all face. And sometimes, we have to figure out how do we overcome these challenges. Like I said, it's a warning of what may happen. It's a predictor, so now we still have time to address these challenges and make them work for us. So this is the Four of Wands. It's a house of celebration. It's milestones, happy milestones, and with other people. It's a house. It's also a card of structure, of building. Maybe you're working on building your future, building your relationships, building your home. It's a house of stability. So I keep saying house, card of stability. However, it's a challenge. So it almost kind of gives the message from. Yeah, it does give the message from Spirit that some of the goals that we've been trying to obtain, some of the structures, some of the things that have been a challenge for us, or are going to be a challenge for us. So say this is sometimes considered a card of marriage. So say you are looking to get engaged, or you are looking to move in with another person. You're trying to make more of a structured, committed relationship or household or family because you had the lack of funds or the lack of resources. You're going to have a challenge in succeeding in that. Okay? So, and like I said, it doesn't mean it won't happen. It just means it's going to take a little bit more work and it's going to be challenging. So, okay, how is this a warning sign for me? So in your head, this is kind of what you want to do and what you're looking for, right? You want to create the stability. You want to create more of a structure. You want to create maybe a more permanent relationship with someone or someone's. And then you realize in May, it's not going as easy as you want it to. Or you don't really have the resources that you really need to get to that. So it can really deflate your ego. It can really cause a depression. It can really cause some resentment, right? Because that's a challenge. And the challenge is, don't let it take you down that negative rabbit hole. Don't. It's warning you so you can prepare for it. Hey, things might go really, really great because I have the power within me. I have the magic within me to make things happen and to manifest. However, if for whatever reason the universe says it's not time or it's not going to happen right now, don't get deflated and don't get crushed. All right? Just say, okay, I can work with that. Let's look at your strength cards. I love that this particular spread has strength right next to the challenges because it almost gives us the tools and the hope and the inspiration to overcome those challenges. Ooh, excuse me. This reading is taking a lot of my energy. I don't know why. Come on, earth signs. Spirit, what message do you have for the earth signs? Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Okay. So the card came out in reverse, and it's the Three of Wands in reverse. So first, let me tell you, as always, about the card. If you notice, this is 3. 3 is the card of expansion. And this particular person is looking out, okay? They're looking out over the waters. They're looking out over the horizon because they have a view of moving beyond, of growth, of expanding, of going from where they are to something else. And you can see he's got 3 wands. You see the little flowering buds there, okay? That's new growth, okay? That's something new growing and developing, new ideas, new inspiration, new things. However, okay, it's in the reverse. In the reverse. So, what does this card mean? Excuse me. Ooh. I said it. This reading is taking a lot of energy from me today. I don't know why. So that means, in reverse, there's going to be a lack of expansion, a lack of growth. Now, this can either come because you either don't have the opportunities or the resources at this point, or it can also mean that within you, you are not ready to take that step forward. You are not ready or to take that risk to grow. All right. And when we talked about this card, right, being a challenge, and this is definitely a card of growth, because once you grow, you can really start to create and develop some stability and make things happen. Because this is your strength card is basically saying it's not a time to take risks. It is not a time to expand. It is not a time to move forward because, one, you don't have the resources, and two, doing it right now is not the right time. It's not the right opportunity. So for May, it's like the strength card is to know. I apologize. Wow. After this, I'm going to have to take a real break because I feel drained. You know, sometimes you do these readings and they really drain you. So because this is strength, is that it's telling you, you know that it's okay not to take risks, and you can sit with that. And you have impulse control, you have the strength, you have the knowledge that in yourself that it's okay to wait and to do things in a more timely manner. So for the month of May, it's a month of chilling and waiting to make things happen. Okay? To make things happen. Let's look at the message that Spirit has for you. And I'm using the Cosmic Journey Oracle. Normally I use the Moonology for energy coming in, energy going out, but this month I really wanted to use the Cosmic Journey Oracle because it's very bright and it just reminds me of spring, you know? And it's from Yonic Silver. Yonic Silver. It's a really cool deck. And I got it at Marshall's for like $6. I don't know if they still have them around. Sometimes you go to Marshall's and you find something special. All right, Spirit, ready? Give us that message. Interesting. You decided to wake up, or else why did you draw me? All right. Okay. You decided to wake up, or else why did you draw me? All right. So Spirit is basically saying, like, you got clarity. You got clarity of mind. You started to see things for what they really are. And basically, you were able to assess the scene and know what's going on and know what you needed to do. Okay? And Spirit is affirming that. They're confirming that you woke up. Okay? And you started to see things for what they really are for the month of May. And, you know, so back to this challenge, you started to see, okay, I got it. I see it. Now it's not the time because these resources are kind of like short, you know, even though I did meet somebody that I'm interested in talking to, I just got to hold on because now it's not the time. But reassure you that Spirit also tell you to believe in the impossible. Okay, believe in yourself, believe in the impossible, and to believe that what you're looking at, what you are surmising is true. You woke up, and Spirit is affirming that. And there's a word I was going to use, and it just slipped my mind. It'll come to me. Or maybe I just didn't need to say it. Maybe Spirit is telling me you talked enough for this reading. So with that, I'm going to end it on my earth signs. And to all you Tauruses, happy birthday. And I'll see you next month. Take care. Bye.
Let me know what you think in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe.